Good evening, listeners. You are welcome to the program. We are talking about some very interesting topic today that affects everyone. Every human being has something innate that makes them different, makes them special. What is special about you? Do you know what it is? If you don't believe there's something special about you, then you are wrong. There is something special about you, and never let anyone make you feel any different. You're on to Radio Maria. The show is Grow That Tree. Radio Maria 91.3 FM. I'm your host, Rowena Zoho. Today I'm introducing my latest addition, a new host, Ruth Bem. Hello, Ruth, you're welcome.
Hello. Hello, I'm glad to be here on Grow That Tree. I hope we could all learn together and also increase our knowledge together. I'm glad to be here this evening.
All right, Ruth, it's going to be a fun ride. We're here until 7:30. Don't go nowhere. In the meantime, let's booga. Welcome back, listeners. So today we're talking about value. Value. Value has caused men to go to war. Value has caused misunderstanding. But value has built the world. I believe a human being can do anything. You can do anything. And technology has shown us that this is true because there's so much that can be achieved now that wasn't possible even 5 years ago, not to talk of 100 years ago or thousands of years ago. Right now, humanity is at its peak in evolution, in technology, in advancement. Human beings have never had it this good, basically. We've never had it this good, and yet the world seems to be in chaos. Sometimes I feel like we have so much value that it becomes a fight, because at the end of the day we find ourselves contradicting ourselves, going to war, fighting inner struggles, just because value is allotted in the wrong place at the wrong times. But still, we're talking about value that you can impact on society, value that impacts not just society but your immediate family, your friends, your neighbors, your colleagues at work, your friends at school, the people in the house with you. So Ruth, today we're talking about value. And some people can say value is the morals you get from growing up, what you learn dealing with people. And we also have the other side of value, which not means, yes, that and more, also means what you have that you can impact, which can also bring benefit to you. What can you tell us about that?
Well, simply put, if you just want to look at value as a word, it's the regard that we place on something, what that thing deserves, the importance, the worth of it, usefulness of something. That's what value is generally. Then we also relate that to personally. What's my self worth? What value? What can I add to a certain thing? What do I have to offer? That's when we talk about personal values. We talk about self worth. Talk about self achievement. That's when we talk about how do we improve our value, our self worth. What do I have to add in a certain field? That's generally how we look at value.
Now, Ruth, you're a lawyer, and I think you're the best person to talk about value today, because I feel like a lawyer goes to school to learn, essentially, in a way, kind of about value, because that's why you're able to go to court and argue based on what is or what is not. It's all from value, really, and argue for or against. And even outside litigation, you have a scenario where you have to come up with agreements, based on a price that was agreed, or based on the value of a property. So I think you're in a better position to tell us today about value and how that affects society, how that affects a person's earning ability, how that affects the way that a young person, a teenager, sees himself or sees herself, how a young woman who's about to get married knows her value, her importance, how a retiree looks back and sees that, wow, I've added this or that, or I could do better here or there. So today we want to look at value beyond the morals that we're taught at home, beyond oh, be moral, be good, do not steal, be respectful. We'll look at value beyond that. We'll look at value in terms of self-discipline, in terms of knowledge, in terms of wisdom, in terms of what you know that can make someone pay you money to give them what you can do or impart your knowledge on them. So we'll go on a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk some more and then we'll take some calls. Stay dialed in. It's Radio Maria 91.3. Welcome back, listeners. So we're talking about value, and as a person, you're growing up and you're beginning to become self-conscious. If you're a man, you're beginning to know that I must look good, smell good, be hygienic, interact with people, show them what I can offer, my capacity, so that they can pay me money for it. As a young woman, you begin to carry yourself in a special way, wear decent clothes, or speak in a certain way, sit in a certain manner. That's because you are valuable. You begin to feel your self-worth. You begin to know that, okay, I cannot be seen to be childish. I cannot be seen to be vulgar. I cannot be seen to be immodest. So now is that time. That's the time when you begin to develop your sense of value begins to come in. Every human being is born with value. We are created by God. God is in us. We have a piece of God in us. God, if you truly look inward, everything you need is in there. So you just need to project it. That's the value that you add, because it's already inborn, it's already ingrained. You just need to project it. And even the Bible tells us that there are different gifts. There are so many gifts, and when you find yourself good at something and you do it very easily, that's your gift right there. That's the value you can add. You top that up with some discipline and you can go a long way. So Ruth, today, let's talk to young people who are just leaving secondary school, who are just finishing the university, youth corpers who just finished serving, or those who are currently serving. Because it's kind of a struggle. Sometimes you're taught in school how to be a decent human being. Not sometimes, you are taught in school how to be a decent human being. They tell you, don't steal, don't beat your neighbor, don't this, don't that. But they don't exactly tell you how to, sometimes they don't tell you how to compose yourself or use your brain to add value so that you're able to attract the attention that can also, because value begets value, doesn't it? If I'm valuable, if you find me valuable, you start to think of how, oh wow, okay, I need to buy this product because I like the products she makes. I don't mind employing her because I see she's up to the task and I can see what she can bring to the table. So as a young person, how would you advise young people? What would you say to them? How do you draft a plan? Let's say a 5-year plan for a young person to add value to themselves, sell themselves, and be the best they can ever be.
Okay, I'll say, first of all, you have to know that it takes a lot of effort.
It does.
It takes discipline. It takes a lot of effort. You have to stay committed. Never stop learning. Be adaptable.
Yeah.
Always be adaptable. You need to create. The thing is that we are built with time. We see time as infinite, but time is not infinite.
It's not.
We have a limited amount of time to do what we are meant to do on this earth. So we need to learn to be adaptable. We have to create time for things that matter to us. First of all, I'll tell you, what do you want to do? You have to have a certain goal, an objective. What is it that you want? What is it that you want to create? Then when you have that objective, then create a routine. How do I achieve this? It can be a daily routine. It doesn't matter whether you don't have a job or not, but you have to start the daily routine. Okay, how do I achieve this? Then
which obviously you imbibe from that discipline.
Exactly. Then expand your knowledge.
Absolutely.
You have to expand your knowledge. There are a lot of free courses out there. So much available. So much resources available. If we just research, we'll find so much we're looking for. It doesn't have to be a paid resource. There are so many, we just have to search, because I think most times we think that there's not enough. We just sit down with this woe is me attitude that, what can I do? My hands are tied. But there's so much. It's true, there's so much that can be done. So try and expand your knowledge quickly, and you'll be surprised how much free stuff you get out there. Then now enlarge your social life is very important too. When I mean social life, I don't just think I'm not just talking about the
Some of us
phone
are guilty
alone.
here.
Do you understand? Enlarge your social
Staying
life.
indoors.
Yes.
Nah,
And you have to leverage on who you know, leverage on the people that are around you. Understand?
absolutely.
You know, leverage their resources.
That's like your launch platform.
Exactly. Do you get? So enlarge. It can even be church.
Mhm.
It can be church. Join a youth group. Join something. You know, there's so much resources out there. We can't
Can
just
be in
stay
your
enclosed. It can be our neighbor. You can't just stay. You know,
Mhm.
it can be
It can be
one.
in school.
Even be more culturally active. You'll be surprised what you get from that. You know, most of us run away from all this, but those are the kind of avenues that you can use to expand, your reach, expand what you know, the kind of resources available to you. Then hobbies. Try and form
yeah.
good hobbies. Do you understand?
Mm.
Things that will expand, hobbies that reading is a very good hobby. It can't be overemphasized.
I know you do that a lot.
Yes.
You do that
Reading
too
is a
much.
very good hobby. It can't be overemphasized. Find good hobbies that we improve yourself, what improve you, things that you will learn from. And last thing again, I can say it, volunteer. You need to volunteer. Find things to do. You don't say I don't have anything to do. Find something to do. You might start it for free. Who knows where to take you? So basically, we just have to treat ourselves like a brand. That's what I tell people sometimes. I'm a brand, you're a brand, we're all brands. You understand?
Yeah.
So treat yourself as a brand. How do I want people to see me? And that is when you place value on yourself. Just like how we treat other brands. Oh, we see this, it's beautiful. We see things like MTN adverts, Globalcom adverts, and the rest. So much thought, so much things were put into that. We should treat ourselves the same way. We should put so much thought.
How do I want people to
see me? How do I want people to see me? Then we'll work towards that, and we'll just reach that.
That's the best piece of advice you've given to us this evening, because I didn't even think about it that way. If I look at myself as a brand, I think to myself, oh, what brands do I like? Let me see. I know I love clothes, I love shoes, and I love food. So, okay, what restaurants do I like? What is it about these restaurants that I like? Is it the lighting? Is it the ambience? Is it the food itself, or is it just dressing up and going out? So if I can apply all of that to myself, what do I want people to see? Is it my clothes? Is it the way I speak? Is it what I have upstairs? Or is it even a combination of everything? So if I am a walking brand, although it's hard work though, you have to admit, consistently it's like being on guard for yourself.
The key is to be consistent,
That's
little
the
by
hard
little.
work.
Yeah, that is where it is. That's where
hard
self-discipline comes in. Nothing just happens. You have to put the work into it. I think it's a lie when you tell people that, yes, people get lucky. I don't, but the truth is that personally, I don't believe in luck. I believe that, hard work and opportunity comes together.
They merge.
And they create something. So if you put in the work, put in the time, put in the effort, trust me, something will come out of it. That is how you add value to yourself. You can't just sit and fold your arms. Something's got
Proactivity.
Exactly. Being proactive, that is it. Little by little, start with the little steps. Start with the little steps, and somehow just get there. But first, you have to have a goal in mind. Think, what do I want
trying to achieve? That's it.
That is it. You have to have a plan. Somebody without a plan will not go anywhere. You have to have a plan. What am I trying to achieve? Then
so we could say that's your vision, basically.
Yes, your vision. Yes.
That's the goal is
exactly
the vision. Then the mission is what? How to get to the vision.
Yes.
All right, we'll go on a quick break. When we come back, we'll take some calls. Thank you. Stay tuned. Welcome back, listeners. You're on to Radio Maria 91.3. The show is Grow That Tree. I'm your host, Rowena Zoho. Co-hosting with me is Ruth Bem, the lawyer. I call her the lawyer. She knows everything. Trust me, she's like my personal Google. She's doing a fantastic job breaking down value, how she has been adding value into my life personally. And when you think about it, value is something that applies to everyone. You see how on Mother's Day people go crazy. Like that's the one day I feel like everybody just remembers they have a mom. Of course, we all know we have moms, but on Mother's Day, it's like everybody goes crazy. Why is this? It's because mothers add so much value, whether they're here with us or they're not. They've added so much value in our lives. And then on Father's Day, when you think you're just finishing Mother's Day, Father's Day comes around and oh my goodness, it's a frenzy. Why? Because we all know fathers are what? Our ATM machines, they are our support systems, they are everything. So I feel like that's a very good example of how value just begets value. You're willing to do anything really for your parents. You're willing to just bend your back for them because of the value they have instilled in you and they have added into your life. So we think about society in general. How have you, as a human being, added value into society? How have you added value in your own life, first of all? Let's even start with you as a person. This year, 2022, what have you done to add value? Ruth, what have you done to add value in your life this year? Tell me one thing. I know you. Tell me one thing you've done this year to add value to your life.
Well, I've decided to start eating healthier,
Okay.
exercise more.
Are you sure?
Yes.
When last did you exercise?
Yesterday.
Okay.
Yesterday. I think that's another way of having value, because
Absolutely.
in a healthy life,
Mm-hmm.
with all these things we are talking
You
about.
feel good. You
You
look
look
good.
good.
You even think better. You're more
Exactly.
productive.
Exactly.
Okay, listener, we're going to open up the phone lines now. The number to call is 081 08 44 7518. I'll take it again. 081 08 44 7518. Give us a call. Tell us how you have been, first of all, valuable to yourself in this 2020. What have you done? The 2022. I'm taking you 2 years back. No, not now.
Very terrible year.
Yeah, I know COVID. Funny enough, not for everyone. I feel like
True.
the world needed to calm down.
Some people actually found themselves.
Yes. And a lot of celebrities were discovered online because people had to look for other
So
resources.
much time.
Absolutely. So if 2020, see, that was sometimes you need to slow 2020 was the COVID year.
Yes, that was good. 19.
And I feel like a lot has gone down. First of all, shipping across the world has been something else. Logistics has suffered. Inflation in the past 18 months has been crazy globally. So there's been a lot of setbacks and backlash.
Mhm.
But when you look at it, a lot has also been discovered. Talent has been discovered. Inward peace has been sort of, put out there, and the world calmed down a bit. I personally didn't quite mind because I was burnt out around that time. So I used the time to just rest and relax, and sometimes I feel like I'm still in that mode. But 2022 is here. It's halfway. The year is already halfway, and time flies these days. You have to add value to your life every day, or at least every week. And it starts from those little habits. Like why when you wake up, what do you do? If you're a reader, if you want to be a reader, you can start with 2 pages a day, up it to 5 pages a day. You can start by learning a skill. People say business, business, business. I say that's great, but that is not for everyone, unfortunately. So, listeners, tell us, how have you added value into your life? And then also tell us, how have you added value to your immediate surroundings, to your family? I know parents will say we've paid school fees. Well, yep, that's a big deal. You've put food on the table. That is an even bigger deal. You've put a shelter on people's heads. That is a big deal because nobody sleeps in the rain. Well, some people do. That's unfortunate, but that's why we work hard, so that nobody will sleep in the rain, at least around us.